Today I'm installing the new AC and DC isolators from Gewiss. Hi, I'm Adam and today I'm working with the Professional Electrician YouTube channel. If you are new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Today I'm replacing the AC and DC isolators on this solar PV system with the products from Gewiss. Now these may not be the biggest components on a solar installation, but they're certainly some of the most important. They provide safe points of isolation when any maintenance, servicing or testing needs to be carried out. Throughout this video I'm going to show you the installation process, why selecting the correct isolator really matters, and highlight to you some of the new design features that really stood out to me. I remember being told as an apprentice about how important safe isolation was, and I didn't take it seriously until I got an electric shock myself, and it could have all been avoided by simply using one of these. I was working on a lighting circuit along with another electrician and I had it turned off replacing a key switch, but he was doing testing. He energized it, resulting in me getting a belt. Luckily I wasn't seriously injured, but the whole thing could have been avoided if I just used one of these. Ever since that day, any job I'm working on, when I turn off a circuit, I lock it off, because next time I might not be so lucky. Let's get started. I'm going to start with the DC side of this installation today. Solar PV systems continue to produce DC current whenever the panels are exposed to daylight. That's why selecting an isolator that is designed for PV installations is so important. The Gewiss DC isolator is DC PV2 compliant, which means it's been specifically designed to isolate PV systems. DC behaves much differently to AC, and once a DC arc is established, it's much harder to extinguish. So using equipment that's designed and tested specifically for PV applications gives confidence in the product's suitability for the job. The first thing I noticed when opening the enclosure was the amount of internal working space. It's one of those features you don't fully appreciate until you're actually making off cables. But having plenty of room around the terminals makes the whole process much more easier and helps achieve a tidier finish. That enclosure offers multiple cable entry options for both M20 and M25 knockouts, making it easy to adapt it to different installation requirements. One feature I particularly like is the external fixing points, because the enclosure can be fixed externally. There's no need to drill through the back of the enclosure itself. That not only makes the installation simpler, it also helps maintain the enclosure's IP rating. Another feature I really like is the quarter turn captive screws. They're quick to remove, quick to refit, and because they stay attached to the lid, there's no chance of dropping screws while you're working. The rotary handle also incorporates a triple padlock facility, allowing the isolator to be securely locked off whenever maintenance is being carried out. Another key feature is the IP69 rating that these enclosures have. That means it's been tested for hot water, high pressure applications, making these ideal for demanding environments, including washdown areas, agricultural installations, automotive workshops, where long-term durability is absolutely essential. The included jumpers allow this 4-pole isolator to adapt to different string configurations. By linking poles together in series, you increase the load breaking capacity, taking the string voltage from 600 to 1200 volts, or even 1500, which means one isolator in the van for multiple applications. With the DC side complete, it's time to move on to the AC isolator. Although this isolator looks very similar to the DC one, it performs a completely different role, isolating the electric from the inverter to the consumer unit. Just like the DC version, the first thing that stands out is the generous amount of working space inside the enclosure. I love how the features on the AC and the DC products are similar, and this is all part of the Gewiss family. The quarter turn captive screw once again makes access quick and straightforward while eliminating the risk of losing fixings during installation. With the installation complete, the enclosure can now be closed and secured, ready for final inspection and testing. Whenever you're installing or replacing isolators like this, there are a few things that are really important to look out for. You need to make sure that you're selecting the right isolator for the application that it's being used for. Check the cable entries are suitable and correctly sealed. Ensure all of those conductors are correctly torqued up. Ensure all of those cables are supported correctly to avoid placing any unnecessary strain on the cables, enclosure and the terminations. And finally, make sure that every part of that installation is correctly labelled up. So that completes this installation. Although isolators are often overlooked compared to the panels or the inverter, they're a fundamental part of any PV installation, and they play a key role in ensuring that safely maintenance testing, inspecting and servicing can all be carried out. A few things that I really like about the Gewiss isolators include the workspace that you get within the actual unit itself, and the build of it just feels robust. The triple lock feature, love that, and the fact that you don't need a drill to punch out those knockouts could also be very useful. Combined with DCPV2 compliance on the DC version and the IP69 protection across the range, it is clear that these products have specifically been designed for PV installations in mind. I hope you found this video useful. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, so you don't miss any future great videos coming up. A big thank you to Professional Electrician YouTube channel and Gewiss. Great working with you as always. See you on the next one.